Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Got the fabulous Ross, the amazing Jack, a puppet, and this guy right here.
Mantle from Moolah, have I?
She's not doing much of it right now. And a man who was given a T-shirt, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure T-shirt, ordered from Wish, apparently by my mate, who said, I can give it to you for nothing, but you have to wear in that daft podcast you do. So, how you doing, Jake? There you go. Ora. Here we go.
What a O'Neill,
yeah. Hurrah!
Talk about that.
You are?
You guys should consider submitting Botchmania. Anyway, how the hell are you both?
Delightful.
I'm all right as well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, hanging out my ass.
Hey,
Couldn't be better.
all
Love doing the
lads.
podcast
Just
when I'm
punch
dead.
the microphone, Jesus.
There you go. That's for all the audio listeners. Hope you enjoyed that.
Jesus.
Oh, back once again.
God,
with
we're
the
on
microphone
fire
Jesus.
today.
On fuego. What a great podcast it's been so far.
That was the highlight of last week. Apart from me swearing horribly.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Because if you had,
Don't
it wouldn't
say
have
it.
been in the original.
But it got demonetized
It did.
Did actually?
It
Yeah,
did.
it actually
Because
did.
of that?
because
Yeah.
of that.
Why?
Now, to be fair,
After we laughed our asses off,
to be
why
fair,
didn't they listen?
I said, are we sure we want to leave that in? And Pachi was like, it'll be fine. And it wasn't
thought it would have been fine.
I thought it would have been fine, to be fair.
The auto, what do you call it, the subtitles,
Yeah.
that didn't pick it up either.
No.
Yeah.
Someone's manually
Someone's
reviewed
watched
it.
that and gone, bang.
Oh.
I know.
Triple H, who works for YouTube, watched that himself and said, well,
But he didn't say Triple H's name. He said, so in the news this week, new matches added to Crown Jewel and AEW Full Gear. Wait, where's Full Gear in reference to?
I think it's Adam Page, isn't it?
all
right.
Like Top Gear, but full.
I thought it was
Is
in
that what
ref-
Americans say? Full
I
Gear?
don't know.
Oh,
I thought it was in reference to the joke on Being the Elite, where they were like joking that Hangman was out of shape, and they were like, you can't be walking around in full gear, because Pac was walking around in full gear.
oh, so he's a Full Gear wanker.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yes. All right, cool. Crown Jewel has a 20-man battle royal. Winner goes on to face AJ Styles for the US title later on in the night. And Full Gear has Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz.
And there was a new match set up after the show in the
Was
Dark
this on
segment.
Dark?
This was, I don't know if it'll be shown on Dark next week, but it was after the show.
Spoilers, just in case.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's say that first of all. Spoilers just in case, but it seems like they're building towards Pac versus Hangman at Full Gear.
God, they love that match, don't they?
Yeah. Well, they've not been able to do it yet. Well, no, they have. Yeah, of course they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it on TV in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're doing it
They're doing
again.
it again. Yeah. Forever.
Why?
Ah,
Different now.
You give the fans what they want. The fans must want it.
they're
Oh,
both
Pac
different
winning.
brands.
You're right, Ross. So clever. Xavier Woods injures Achilles in Australia.
Yes.
Achilles heel, should say here. Achilles
He's
could be a name
Achilles-
for an
he's
Australian
Achilles
wrestler, I
baby.
guess.
He's an Achilles baby face. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, brutal at the start there.
Yeah,
I
that
thought there'd be
was
at least a polite, like, oh, all right. But no.
I didn't get it. Say it again.
Heel.
Achilles heel, Achilles baby face.
But we don't say heel in the show, do
Oh
we?
my God.
No, we
Get
don't.
off- get off-
No, let's get out of the
Should
way.
we do that?
If you in future, if you're going to take a sign to a show that says ex wrestler is a diddler or a dirty diddler,
dirty
sorry.
diddler,
dirty
specifically.
Not
diddler.
just a diddler.
Please take a second sign that reads in the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast sense of the word.
Not in
In
the
like small print, please no.
not in the sexual assault reference. We're not suggesting anything
Pac is
untoward about
not
Pac.
a nonce.
No,
That's what
that's basically what we're saying. But
there was a dirty.
Next week, bring that sign. I'm sorry, Pat.
We had Pac's a diddler chance, which was
yeah.
Oh,
or was
dear.
it not just Dirty Diddler chance?
I think
One of the two.
yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
Like Pac's a diddler. Yeah, what have we done?
I don't know. Now, we're not suggesting that everyone in the crowd got it, but I'm assuming that the sign was in quite a prominent place. People have seen it and gone, let's chant that.
Maybe people knew what the original meaning of the word meant and just thought, hey, that's funny. Someone's put that on the sign. Let's just
Yeah.
chant anyway.
It's the new Super Dragon.
Libel.
What's a Super Dragon? I don't know, but I'm going to chant it.
Libel and defamation doesn't count for wrestling crowds.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, luckily podcasts are protected under the libel law. So that's why we can say diddler. Man holding a sign proclaiming a wrestler to be a prevert. Maybe not. But thank you very much for bringing that sign anyway. You also had a Cultaholic sign, I believe.
But did we?
Yeah,
A
we
little
didn't see that.
C.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
lovely.
nice
Cheers.
because it just said C. It didn't see the diddler in the ring or anything like that. It just said C. Thanks,
Like the
lad.
sequel to the Fiddler on the Roof.
Diddler on the roof. Okay, you can
Diddler on
bring
the
Diddler on the roof. We'll give you that one.
Oh.
Xavier Woods has nothing to do with diddling, like I pointed out. It's just a very poor choice of inserting news stories. New Japan to launch subsidiary New Japan Pro Wrestling of America, which
New
is
Japan Pro Wrestling of America, yeah.
It's a good 180. See, last time we were doing this, it was NXT Japan possibly going to thing, and they were going to buy Noah. They'll put somebody in the Hall of Fame, just as Noah. Come on, we can do nice things. And they were like, nah, I want your job.
You know what this means?
What does it mean?
This paves the way for the lifeboatman, the young bull, Gabriel Kidd, to be a big star because he's in the LA dojo at the minute.
I hope he brings back the lifeboatman.
The lifeboatman was a great gimmick. I wish he'd do that.
Such a relatable gimmick.
We're all lifeboatmen.
We sailed
right
the
now
seven
with the
seas back in the 40s or whatever.
But have you seen Gabriel Kidd recently? Looks in the best shape ever. Like he looks ridiculous.
Animal, like a bull.
Like a bull. And he's young. He's a young. Yep. It's. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with. I mean, I'm excited on one hand, but on the other hand, Christ, there's a lot of wrestling these days. Like a lot.
Yeah. It's a good job it's a wrestling podcast, right? In a shortage. But yeah, it was interesting things like that old war story when the Brits had some Germans surrounded and they were like, oh, good, like, might win this. And then, like, the Germans sent something like, oh, good. And they thought it was going to be their surrender. And they were like, we want you to surrender. And he went, oh. Braun Strowman attacks Tyson Fury at the Performance Center. By God,
oh,
it
this
says
segment.
This is all in capital letters.
This was unbelievable.
I haven't seen this.
This was amazing.
The pitchforks were already out by, the muggles. The people who don't watch the wrestling, because it's fake and whatnot. I don't know if you knew, but it's fake and old men.
Hang on, let me check the comments on Lad Bible and yeah, it is fake.
But Tyson's acting here didn't help the cause at all, because after getting shoulder charged in the shoulder or upper arm or whatever, he holds his ankle.
Yeah,
and he's going on the. On the mat.
Wow.
So one of the comments points out it's like when Peter Griffin hurts his knee in Family Guy. It's just there for ages. Going,
He hit him so hard in the shoulder that his feet fell in.
Shouts out to former WCPW Tag Team Champion Johnny Moss, featuring heavily in that segment as well.
He's training Tyson.
That's really good, Tyson.
That's a tag team I want to see in wrestling, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cut promos together.
Yeah.
Move round
a little bit, Tyson. Come on now. And he's training him. And then, what does he say?
Braun comes out. Braun, right? He's a big lad.
Yeah.
Was he 385 pounds, 6'8"?
At least.
Appears out of, there's like 5 or 6 people in and around the ring. But like the Braun appears from behind the camera and no one spots him. And he just shoulder charges Tyson and Tyson goes down. So how did nobody see him?
No. Well, the camera wasn't on him.
Was this guy's just like a boom mic operator? Takes off the fake beard.
When he ran in, red exclamation marks popped up above everyone's heads.
And all they go, it's Braun. like Batman guys.
The only guy who came out this looking good was Robbie Brookside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Robbie Brookside went full on scouse on him. Say, no need for that there, lad. I can't do scouse.
And then Tyson Fury shouts at him and says, like, I'll see you in Saudi, you, what does he call him?
He goes, you big bum, you dosser.
Bum dosser. It's so good. Yeah. I can't wait for the match. I'm excited. My conscience is clear because I'm so excited for the stream we're doing on Thursday. Because, my conscience is clear because it's a charity stream, so we're not, like, making money off it. But, the card is absolutely preposterous. Fury and Braun. Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar. This battle royal now. Mansoor versus Cesaro. Right. I can't wait.
Tag team turmoil.
Tag team turmoil for the World Cup for the best tag team in the world. Oh, yeah. Are the Revival in that?
Yeah.
If they don't win that, that's
all the tag
must
teams.
Be. There's 9 teams.
But Lucha House Party's in it, so I
New
hope the
Day,
Revival are in it.
it must be. Yeah.
You know who isn't there? Probably the Usos.
Yeah. Well.
Oh well.
And the entire women's division also.
Yeah.
We were missing on Raw this week.
Were they?
Not a single women's match on Raw this week.
Yeah, because it's building up to the Crown Jewel.
But also, apparently they're on tour in Australia or something, but then why would they take all of the ladies to Australia? Or why not have an NXT showcase match, I would argue. We'll get on to that later.
Yeah,
no doubt,
we will. And, obviously, WWE signs Jake Atlas.
Yes, a Californian guy. Well, he was in PWG this year.
That's right. I believe he's a Santino brother graduate.
Okay.
That's how you say it? Yeah, whatever. Somebody trained him.
Apparently phenomenal in the Battle of LA. Apparently he was like the breakout star of that weekend, so that looks exciting.
Yeah, and it sadly means that the Jake Atlas Jungle Boy relationship, that wasn't a relationship to begin with, but we all made it online. It's now really over. There's got to have like a Montague's Capulets thing going on, which would be great. And then it's pointed out that the man's finisher is the LGB DDT.
Nice.
So he will definitely be making his debut at the Crown Jewel.
Him and Finn Balor tagging together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Reunited. Anyway, Impact signs Joey Ryan.
Yes.
He did a
Sorry,
super.
is this a new story from 2011?
He did a super dick flip at the show the other night.
Yeah.
There was
did.
like 5 or 6 people
And
involved.
every show for the last 4 years, I believe. But yeah. Also, Impact had a pay-per-view.
They did.
Bound for Glory.
That's in the news section rather than the wrestling section this week.
Its Impact have fallen by the wayside a little bit because of all of the other wrestling going on. But it looked like a decent show.
It was okay.
I saw some highlights.
I'm usually really positive about the TNA Impact Wrestling. Sorry, man. Pay-per-views, because the last 2 years they've been really, really, really good.
There was a Slammiversary that was excellent, wasn't there? The one with Pentagon and Sami Callihan.
Since 2018, they Lucha Brothers and LAX were really missing on there, and it was just some weird stuff on the show. It wasn't bad, but it was.
Shamrock nearly died, didn't he? Ken Shamrock nearly died. Moose caught him, saved his life.
52-year-old doing dives out the ring.
RVD turned heel. That's only 2 bits.
That was in a tag title match. Yeah,
did RVD turn heel, or did he just do what he did in 5-Star when he kicked his partner by accident?
Oh, God.
Say, who are you again? I'm Rhino. Yeah, whatever.
Grado's reaction's the best in that in 5-Star. He's like, Rob, what you doing? You kicked that wrong, man.
I know if you thought, like, they're setting up a storyline here where, like, cocky RVD. Oh, no, that actually happened.
Yeah.
That was a real thing that happened.
I've forgotten his name, man. The huge guy fell off the ladder.
Ace Romero.
Ace Romero, because there's 2 aces, isn't there?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Ace Austin.
Yes. Or is it Austin? Yeah, Ace Austin. But Ace Romero, that ladder bum, man.
Yeah, he is a big, big man.
Yeah.
He left a big, Wile E. Coyote-shaped crater on there, so they're not probably running that arena again.
He clipped, like, his leg on the rope or something, and it accidentally made him land flat on his back. I was like, oh, well done.
That's a rest, because Nick Jackson did the same, didn't he, not too long ago? It must just be a wrestling thing. To clip your leg on the top rope on the way down.
Oh.
Yeah, he tried to do that, didn't he? Like, if I do
Nick
that,
Jackson.
I can set where I'm going to land. But instead he clipped it, just kept on going.
His was, it was bad.
But Romero, like, huge guy, splam. And then Ace Austin won, but people were like, yay, Tessa Blanchard's going to win. And she didn't win. It was like, little guy.
They had Elgin versus Marufuji in, like, a
Marufuji
Japanese dream
is the name read.
Fuggy.
That's the name that they put on the thing. And his Twitter, Marufuji, and his name, Marufugi.
In like a sort of like Japanese promotional match kind of thing.
Yeah, and on paper, I'm sure people are like, wow, this will be good. But I'm like, hang on. They spent the match going, Elgin's a bad, bad man. He just loves giving pain. But give credit, what a man. I'm like, what? That's a diddler. That is you don't go, God, what, the work rate on the diddle is amazing. You go, no, the diddle loses. And, don't make it sound bad. It's appropriate usage
the
of
thing
that.
is, though, with this sign, we phased it out, didn't we? Well, I made a conscious
I
decision
tried
to
to
phase
as
it
well,
out.
yeah.
Oh, were we? I didn't get the MO. I say going down the street, all right, diddler.
It's just the mailbag normally when it's mentioned, but other than that, but now it's back. And better than ever.
Bringing diddler back.
Brian
yeah,
Cage,
so it was okay.
Brian
and then
Cage
Cage
was dressed as...
it's supposed to be Weapon X.
Okay.
Got him old. He's doing stuff like that. Weapon X, Wolverine, when he was getting experimented
Oh,
on.
right.
But, he's huge and everything, so it just looked like, demo version of Brian Cage from the PlayStation 1 demo disc. And he beat Sami Callihan. It was good. It was all right. And maybe it's just the standards that they've set over the years that it was like, okay, that was good, but you've done really well. I mean, compared to, 2014, 2016, it blew it out the water. But
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Fair enough.
I'm not being negative, but that, it's during a period where there's all these other wrestling shows going on. So I'm sure the next one will be even better.
I've got one last brief little bit of other promotion news as well. Kenny Omega won the AAA Mega Championship, so it's like the biggest title in AAA. So now he's the AAA champion, basically. Apparently, it was a good match as well. So
I got told it was if someone said it was one of the matches of the year and would be on people's lists if more people watch AAA.
Right.
Bless them. But I didn't purposely watch it because Kenny Omega's. I want to watch AAA for the luchadors, and he comes in. I'm like, oh, go away. You're on Wednesdays. But then people say, no, it's really good.
He does have really good chemistry with Phoenix. They had a singles match last year, I think, and it was really good.
And he celebrated the win with the big mega title, going, yeah, Kenny Omega, whoa, yeah. And backstage, and there was a guy pissing.
I saw that. Yeah.
One hand on his cock and one hand on his phone. Bless him. So yeah, any other news we've missed?
2K20 got released.
Yeah.
I said that. Oh. And what I've been checking Twitter for the past week. Have the reviews been good? Has the game finished?
Tachini's been streaming it.
Poor Get.
He's created 2 characters. AJ Hazard, his wrestling persona, and the girl is Madam Pacitti.
His wrestling persona.
Yeah. And it's something.
We've seen the hashtags. Fix 2K20, whatever it was. All that malarkey. We don't need to say anything else. Just that was in the news, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't need to play the game. So you go on Twitter and go, all right, what does Becky Lynch look without skin on her face? Oh, thanks, pal.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And in condescending order, famous rapper Nas with 36 votes. Famous wrestling Twitter, Danhausen, 37 votes.
He beat Nas.
I can't believe that. I was never going to win this because, he's here. But, would you? What a lovely segue. The last thing we were talking about. 2K. 2K. Is that a
2K.
series? Oh, just 2K.
Just the company who makes the games.
Oh, okay, fair enough. 94 votes.
A landslide when it wasn't expected.
Of course it wasn't.
Was it expected?
Yeah.
No, this was before the game came out. Though,
I was looking at Reddit this afternoon, and apparently when the 2K20 advert came on at NXT, it got booed out the building. So, this is a shock.
Have you seen on the adverts, though? I forget which one it is, but I think it's one where they go, we knew who the man was back in the day, and they all appear, whatever. And when it shows Austin versus Hogan, in very, very small writing, it says, some of the stuff in this advert needs to be bought because you need to buy Hogan, the deluxe one that's there. So they're doing a Smash Brothers Brawl where they go, look at all the guest characters. You have to unlock them. Give us more money. So yeah, 2K, well done, Ross.
Thanks.
Because you win every week, you can go first.
I'm going to go for Pac's exploding chair from last night's AEW Dynamite.
I haven't seen this yet.
Oh my God. Right then, so Moxley's making his entrance. He's doing his all like, ooh, I'm ready for a fight stuff at the top of the ramp. Jody Pac runs in out of nowhere. Moxley's just had his own pyro. And I don't know if they're meant to do this, but I hope they did, because it's going to take weapon-based offense to new heights in professional wrestling. Because when Pac, he's got the old, Triple H used to hold his sledgehammer. He's got the chair, but a similar grip. Twats him upside the head, or back of the head with the chair. But at the same time, a Ryback-esque, when Ryback did the fist and it'll go boom. One of those booms happened exactly when the chair contacted Skull, and it was amazing.
It's like he's gone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Pac's got, hopefully Pac's got an exploding chair, and this wasn't just a mistake. Like the pyro guy slipped and fell on his arse at the right moment. I hope that wasn't the case. I hope
he's there with his finger on the button. Clang.
Every week now, if Pac uses a chair, there needs to be an explosion with it because it was amazing, and I loved it.
I want to see it. Nice, the Pac exploding chair. Well, it's a high target. Can you match it?
No, I'm nominating
great.
my right tricep because my left one hurts at the minute. Like I strained it somehow a couple of days ago. I woke up, and when you wake up and both your arms are numb. You've slept weirdly.
Both your arms.
I know both my arms were numb, so I had to I was waking up, and I woke up and I was like, oh God.
Were you tied up?
And then I managed to you get when you wake up with a numb arm, you get pins and needles in it. You move it around a bit. Blood rushes back in.
I believe there's a term for that.
No. And then both of them, I regained feeling. But since then, my left tricep has been, if I'm in the shower washing my hair or whatever, if I ever have to raise my arm above shoulder height, knacks. So I'm in appreciation of this tricep for being all right. My right tricep's being nominated for the Hall of Fame because this one's been pissing me off all week.
Okay, and have you been stretching it, exercise?
No,
it just hurts.
It does just hurt.
You're just old.
I'm right-handed. Why would I use my... Oh, right. I thought you were insinuating something.
Well, see when you did exercise or anything.
No, I thought it was something
because
different.
usually, I thought that was going to be a humble brag. Oh, no, my arm hurts so much. Oh.
No. I just...
Tricep dips.
I just slept on it weird.
Whatever. I slept on both my arms.
But only the left
I'd
one.
brag about that, to be honest with you. It's a hell of an achievement.
All I can think is that the left one was dangling off the bed and the right one was under me or something. I don't know. But
I have to CSI this.
I don't know
I managed to do this above your
how I fell asleep that night, but Christ alive. Unless Owen, my flatmate and editor at Cultaholic, just came in my room and just tied me in a knot or something and then left. I don't know.
What would you do if he did?
I've got no idea.
You could get one of those little cams and say, look at this. There he is.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea what happened.
Okay, well, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Could be no one as interested as mine because I figured, wow, Danhausen's doing good. So the only TV show I watch on a regular basis that's currently happening, The Apprentice.
Okay.
It's back on. And I remember when the show started and it felt almost like a real show. Not real, but more dramatic and on the fly and felt like real people trying to actually
competition.
show. Yeah, a real competition, right. And now it's just the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen on TV. It was like, oh, you want to be in business with me? Right, make a kid's toy. I've got no experience, but don't care. All right, whatever. And then they make the toy. And he's like, what were you thinking doing this? He's like, I haven't got any kids. I'm not a designer. Nothing. So this week's episode had this proper, like, Del Boy selling watches out of a suitcase down the market type guy.
But what about the contestants? Because Alan Sugar... Yeah,
right.
Sorry, carry on.
Well, good. Well, you haven't hurt your funny bone. That's good.
No.
So they had this... But the toy is supposed for, like, the 6 or 7-year-olds, and it's a turtle.
Okay.
That you press the button and it goes, you are brave.
What? Is that all it says?
There was like 3 expressions.
Oh, right,
like,
okay, right.
Like, don't let life get you down. And the guy was saying like, it's gonna be the best thing, right? It's gonna be kids gotta be queued up for streets. And then it's like target audience group of like kids like, nah, it's too young for us really. We want some more action. Is all it does? To not fire rockets around.
I'd have just gone.
Could pay Fortnite on it. This guy's like, kids don't know what they're talking about.
Just go and buy Mr. Motivator. He would have won then. How kids today haven't got it the same as we had it.
No,
Mr. Motivator.
no.
We've
Right.
got a turtle that you press a button. We had Mr. Motivator. That's not Mr. Motivator.
What did he say if you pushed him?
I'd never
Get off me. Stay tuned for the new episode of Power Rangers. Anyway, so Dead the Apprentice, it's become a ridiculous show now, but it is still entertaining in the car crash way.
Okay.
So that is a vote for The Apprentice, not Tommy the Turtle, but you can vote for that.
Tommy the Turtle.
Wait, I need to...
Lord Sugar. And I don't hear it.
I'm trying to find it.
You are brave.
You are brave, like me. This like adult voice coming out.
Wait, he does the voice for it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they make it themselves, and there's like, all right, does it? And then the people go, no. But it's the most edited thing you've ever seen. If you watch it from a media perspective, it's all like,
It's like Love
hi,
Island.
I've got something to say, and then you shots from like half an hour ago, people ignoring them and like, oh, they weren't paying attention to him. You're like, don't think that's true, really. But anyway, it's
Turtle
it's great crap.
Apprentice. Sorry, I need to find this.
Some dodgy kids film.
It's loading so slowly.
While he loads, using our cutting-edge Wi-Fi to recap the votes, you can vote for
Pax explosive chair.
Jack's.
My right tricep.
Do you want to like flex or something, or like?
No, I'm alright.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it.
God, if that wins.
I can just find tweets that are
Oh,
like...
the current season of The Apprentice.
My self-esteem is so low that I'm going to end up buying a Tommy the Turtle.
Is that what tweets are coming up? Or was that you
It's
saying that?
no,
You
no, this
confessing there,
this
or-
is the tweets.
Oh, okay.
Mate, The Apprentice this year is class. It's an effing turtle, you...
Yeah, sounds about right. While Jack enjoys those tweets, you can go to
Patreon.com/Cultaholic.
and place your votes now.
This week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
I apologise on behalf of all the Southerners watching this, by the way, for that horrible attempt at your accent.
But not for the Scots, because Jen's rendition there of This Week in the Wrestling was fantastic again.
There you go.
Yeah.
It is
higher
the
you
same
get,
one
the
that
better it
plays
gets.
every week. Like.
What's that?
Yeah.
I was going to say it is the same one that plays every week.
Is it? I thought you just called her.
Every week she records a different version. Anyway, this week in wrestling, SmackDown. I've already forgotten everything that happened. King Corbin interferes and ruins Roman's IC title shot against Nakamura. And the main event, Roman and Bryan beat Nakamura and Corbin. Yay, woo, whatever.
Player.
Yeah, it was a bit
Right.
of a Teddy Long situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's the same stuff they were doing last year on Raw to fill up the 3 hours. Not a good look for 2 hours SmackDown. Who cares? They know that it's going to get over the hurdle of, that is, Crown Jewel. So Shorty Gable announces that he's now Shorty G after squashing the mighty Curtis Axel.
It's finally happened. He's now
Remember when
Shorty G.
the news stories came out and it's like WWE applied for the trademark of Shorty G and the world melted. Like, no, they wouldn't do that to Chad Gable, would they? I can't believe they actually have.
Yeah.
And in the process, completely disregarded the thing that makes him a threat.
Is wrestling?
He's Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
T stands for gold. Oh, he didn't win gold, did he? That's crap.
He didn't win a medal at all, I don't think.
Nah.
Any
He
thoughts
competed
on-
in the London 2012 Olympics.
It's just silly.
I
His-
don't want to give this any thought. to
His
be honest with
promo
you.
was good though. It was inspiring, but just the subject matter of it all just was bollocks.
At first he was like, yeah, you can be whatever, you can be yourself, it's fine. You are brave. You can do it.
Oh, no.
Let's rename him Tommy the Turtle.
And Tommy the Turtle's like 6 foot compared to Shorty G to show how small he is. Oh, God.
But then the last line was like, and let's shorten that up a bit. I'm sure he
Oh, the face he pulled afterwards was like, yeah. But it's like, embrace who you are. He's just embraced the crap nickname a heel gave him in wrestling.
Yeah.
Tommy.
I'm Shorty G, and I'm here to confess I'm now a good guy in WWE. All the interest has been sucked out of me, and I'm reading from a script. Nikki Cross becomes Bayley's #1 contender, winning a 6-way.
Yep.
And a free trip to Australia.
Yep, she's not going to Saudi Arabia.
Oh. And then Braun Strowman squashed Drew Gulak.
What was that about? Why did they do that?
What a shame.
Drew Gulak's been doing so well recently on like NXT and 205 Live.
He got to do his PowerPoint thing, though. That was nice.
I was happy
he
that
doesn't
came
do that
back.
anymore.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy because it
He
just
did.
shows that they're not paying attention. Like, what does he do again?
The main
he does
roster.
PowerPoint.
It's a vacuum in it, the main roster.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see what Jake Hager was...
This show was a vacuum because it sucked.
See what Jake Hager was saying about the main roster? It was on
What
Reddit.
did he say?
It was a Lashley... Well, half, first
Yeah.
of all. Was it like Lashley and who else was it about? It was someone else, some other big lad on the main roster.
I can't remember
How
who
they're
it was.
lost. And that's what Drew wanted to do, just become lost and
So they can control
a
you.
robot.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
I mean, you said that about Lashley.
Lashley and somebody else. I can't remember who the guy was.
Well, he found someone.
Yeah.
I didn't read the interview, but it could have been a lot of people on the
Yeah,
roster.
just insert name here.
Anyway, so any other thoughts on SmackDown before we quickly move on?
No.
No.
Very forgettable show. Monday Night Raw. Ric Flair announces Drew McIntyre as the final member of his team for Crown Jewel. Oh, before we get into that, did we all see Ali's tweet?
No.
Which one?
What did he say? I was expecting you to say yes. You throw me off now.
Ali,
He tweeted like, I'm a real American. And Hulk Hogan.
Did he?
Oh.
You don't see that?
Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Please
Please say he did.
All
Please say he did.
all
I'm not just
atten-
made this up.
I was going to say all attention's been on him just handing out Halloween costume to bands, like a
Follow-
wholesome man.
I've fallen for kayfabe news again. Sorry. I'll confirm that during the break. Drew then beat Ricochet in a very good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
We shouldn't just... That was an amazing match.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
They-
going to say that was. I love that.
They've done so many times, but Ric Flair needs to have a live microphone every week on Raw. Unbelievable scenes. Give him a tequila before he goes out, like they clearly did on this week's show. Oh, I could watch that for 3 hours, me.
He was loving it. He was having a great time.
It's like the player can press the red button. It's just Flair.
What is he like? Drew McIntyre's kissed all the girls in Cleveland and made them cry. What else did he say? I'm trying to think of the things he said that were a bit like, "Oof,
Woo! Give me money.
I've got the
Woo.
last hand or something. Tell your girlfriend that, pal. I've got the last hand.
I
I've
get
got the
it.
last hand to play. Tell your girlfriend that, pal."
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I
Good old Flair.
don't know what to say.
Charlotte must be proud.
So the teams are Reigns, Rusev, Ricochet, and Ali. All
And-
American. And Shorty G.
Yes.
Versus, he's the team mascot. Versus Randy Orton, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Nakamura, and Lashley. I couldn't even say all of that in one breath without being... trying to think of something else. As well.
Is it elimination
Goody.
rules or is it just... I don't know.
That's make a sandwich time.
Right.
I don't know what to say about this.
No,
yeah.
I don't know what to say. Team Hogan's going to win.
What happens for the winner? Like, what do they get? Do they get something?
The
Like,
glory of winning in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. They get a tan. Ray and Heyman have a promo battle. They did. Shelton Benjamin comes out to attack Ray, but Cain Velasquez kicks his ass in capital letters. I like this because Shelton Benjamin...
That was sarcastic capital letters because he didn't really kick his ass. He went like that. For audio listeners, you just imagine what Cain Velasquez did.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's my left one. It's all right.
Yeah, he did the... I'm going to beat the hell out of you. Oh, wait. It's wrestling. Right, okay. That's kind of beat down.
I thought it was a bit of a shame, mate. Unless they're trying to throw everybody, because we all know, well, the casual fans won't know that Kane can do Hurricane Ranas and stuff. And I hope that they're not going to make him just grapple like a UFC man would, potentially.
He needs to shock Brock.
Yeah, I'd love to see him hit a Hurricane Rana on Brock.
That'd be quite a crowd popping moment, actually.
Yeah.
Would it pop the crowd in Saudi Arabia?
Golf
No.
clap.
I watched a Saudi Arabia match the other day on the network, and it's like midway through the show, and you know those big sofas in the front few rows, and there's kids just sat like across them, just on the phones and that, and the wrestlers are trying their asses off. It's quite sad.
Yeah.
But my highlight of this episode, while you go,
I've remembered it, but carry on.
Shelton Benjamin had a little bit here that I really liked. It was almost lost by some people because it was right in the middle of how to insert Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, all these little plot points together. And he went, so Brock Lesnar beat you up on Raw, and then you got a title shot on SmackDown against Kofi Kingston. All right. Slap. Can I get you a title shot? Slap. IC title. And he went, oh, so Brock did that to you. I trained Brock.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome. And he's got beat up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
right.
I hope they make Shelton more of Brock Lesnar's pal, because they did a few weeks ago, didn't they?
They did it with...
It went nowhere.
Was it with the feud with Rollins, maybe? Did you have a match with Rollins?
He came out with Heyman, didn't he, for some reason?
Yeah.
I hope they actually make, like, the Minnesota Stretching Crew is a fantastic name to begin with,
Yeah.
but also it would look good as well.
Yeah.
I remember the thing, just to talk about Pachuki's streams briefly again, when you create a wrestler, it goes through different types you can be, so like giant, cruiserweight, all that sort of stuff. If you choose striker, everyone you go along, like if you go on cruiserweight, it comes up with like an example of like 3 wrestlers who are cruiserweights, right? You go on striker, front and center, Shane McMahon. You're right there.
I spat my drink out there. Striker?
Yeah.
Striker?
Yeah, Shane McMahon.
Kicks and punches?
That's what he does.
Like Bischoff and WCW NWO Revenge.
Yes.
Can't grapple.
He's a black belt, though. Shane's not.
But he punches like one.
Shane's done 2 kickboxing classes and thinks he's Joe Rogan.
Sweats more than him.
Shane could wipe me out with one punch, I reckon. One legit punch. I
If
reckon
he collides.
Shane could end my life, I reckon.
But if he collides with a punch, but so all you need to do is stand still right in front of him. So you can say, Seth Rollins beats Humberto Carrillo, the man who you can drink soup out of his dimples.
Yes.
It's a little party trick he does.
It was nice to see him elevated so far, I suppose, for a brief
Yeah.
little match. Yeah.
Yeah. Crowd were like, okay, 205 Live, fine. Why are you here? But he had a very, very nice match.
Yeah.
He's got the Power Rangers inspired gear.
Yeah.
So it was a plus.
Was it Big Dave who was saying that Humberto was going to get pushed as the new Latino star of the Latinos?
They say this.
But the one who will retire and they'll go back to Ray, who will still be.
Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
they say this about Del Rio and Andrade, who still might be,
Sin
and
Cara.
Carrillo, Sin Cara.
I think it's someone on Reddit as well, pointed out that Humberto was watching the Andrade Sin Cara match, and then Humberto in his promo was like, Andrade is really good. So they reckon that's going to be a faction. I like to see that, mate.
Oh, good, because lots of writers online are like, they should put all the Mexicans together.
Like
I
a
don't
new
know who says that.
LWO, man.
Yeah. But it's like, they should just put them all together, because they'll be like, I've got a friend from Mexico. Oh, really? Yeah, you should meet him. Yeah, and they have so much in common. It's like, well, okay.
They might. I thought you were going to say they'd feud Andrade and Carrillo, which I'd like to see.
Yeah. Either or.
Yeah.
Just end the Lucha House Party. That should be that opening feud.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? They team together and go, look, you're not that nice a guy, but you're better than them. Where are we at?
You are brave. Carry on, sir.
The Street Profits. Meet. Shut up. I'm trying not to think on Timmy the Turtle. Leave me alone. In their main roster match debut.
Finally.
Beat the OC after Kevin Owens, the mystery third man on the team, comes out and takes care of Styles. And they get the smoke.
And it was good, but they marketed it all week as a 6-man. And then it was just a tag. Well, no, it wasn't.
It was, just normal tag, wasn't it? With
It was a
2
tag.
valets at ringside.
And then AJ was at ringside, and then Owens came out and stopped him from interfering, like even the odds. But it wasn't a 6-man.
Okay.
I was just confused why.
2.5 men.
Yeah, there you go.
Still relevant, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and this was nice. They got some nice reactions because I was confused and I thought they were just going to be legit like, hi, we fill you in the plot gaps that you've missed. But doing that for months and months meant that they actually got a good pop here in the main event thing.
Yeah,
Plus, Montez is really charismatic.
Yeah.
And
I love
Angelo.
how they made mention of he's been in, what was it, in the Performance Center for 7 years? That must be a record.
Ryback was there for a long time, I think.
7 years, though.
I think because he's looked at the main roster pull-ups and got, "God, stay down here, please." Oh, you know what? Ooh, I've hurt my leg again.
Maybe.
Shout out to Montez for grabbing that baby at the end as well. Dressed in a Hogan attire, the baby was.
Was it?
Yeah. The baby had a great time, though. It's a wholesome moment.
It's a risky move
Trust
because
your kid was
the baby could just cry.
Could have spewed on him.
Yeah, could have done anything. Yeah.
Right. And the one was like, yeah, grab the baby, whatever. I'm like, "Ooh."
Take the baby. Get the baby
Bye.
excited. But just the thing about Raw and SmackDown, just
What?
to surmise, there was a lot more wrestling than normal, wasn't there?
There was.
A lot less filler, although there was a bit more filler on Raw than there was on SmackDown.
There was another. I
With
couldn't
Bobby.
fit it in, but there was. Yeah.
Bobby and Lana at
Yeah.
the restaurant, which was clearly a set.
No.
I know, but at least try to make it look real.
Is that why Rusev knew where it was?
Probably.
Lana,
Where is it? It's
And
backstage.
how Bobby knew when to come on the Tron.
Lana had always wanted to go to that restaurant,
It was a dream.
but in Cleveland or wherever they were. And Rusev...
It was a dream to go to Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah. and
Man, the
Rusev,
past the 6 of that restaurant.
Rusev never took her, but he knows where it is because she always was I want to go
past.
there.
Can I go in there, Rusev? No.
And again, more of the fabulous plot written by Jay Adelman about how Rusev was sending too much of his money back to his family, so she's taking it via going to the bank and pressing a button.
Rusev was literally dressed up as Freddie Mercury this week as well. He had the same light jeans on, white top, stash was there. Insert all
your two together.
All your puns, somebody to love there on you.
That was good. That was good.
He wants to break free from when the officers had him.
Fat bottom girls.
That's what he's looking for now. Lana's being a killer queen.
No, leave Jack. Jack won that one. Let's move on. And also Rusev, Lawler's doing his thing, and crowd are watching him. Crowd go, hey, it's a Hall of Famer. And they actually stopped doing the what chant.
They did.
So even the on Fox Twitter account went, yeah, come on, lads. He stopped doing what?
And then they deleted it though, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
As I said in the news video, pussies.
And then Austin tweeted what? And then CM Punk replied, CM Punk.
Oh.
They're just all taking the piss out of WWE now.
And then our fans went, diddler. Not helping, lads. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. It was a thing that happened. And then Dio Madden referenced City Escape from Sonic Adventure.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you know.
Yeah, he just makes his references, doesn't it? It's for you, that. It's just for you.
Yeah, and that's the reaction it got most normal people. But people like me are like, yay. So that brings us to AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. Lucha Brothers beat Private Party, and I thought that was a hell of a match.
Yes.
Like Grease Lightning, them two, them four, whatever. With Lucha Brothers beating Private Party. Bit of a surprise there. I thought Private Party were going to get the rub.
Oh, did
after
you?
beating Young Bucks.
I thought they sort of telegraphed the tournament, haven't they, with the angle last week? With Penta attacking Daniels.
Maybe.
You know, telegraphed.
Well, they've done that, and they had a standoff the week before that as well.
Yeah.
And it was like, they're probably going to meet in the finals. But it wasn't, because the Private Party beat the Bucks, though, it did make it less predictable. Because
Well, maybe that's what they want us to think.
Yeah. It was a really good match. And I enjoyed the bit where they went and hit the gin and juice, the double team finisher on Pentagon, but he just went, I'm going to hit a destroyer instead. That was really nice.
That was nice. And also like the fact that one of them hit the Jaeger bomb. It's the crucifix bomb.
It's called the Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bomb. I went, that's Session Moth Martinez's new move. So I'm like, no one else has done that move apparently. So that's the go-to reference for it. I went, get in!
My favourite bit of Lucha Brothers matches that they win is Phoenix's last-minute dive at the end, just the very end.
Okay, my partner's hit the dude. My partner's hit the guy. Let me take out the other tag person. Yeah, it's awesome.
But the cameras miss it every time.
He goes really fast, doesn't he?
He really does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does go really fast.
I've never seen a guy run across the top rope like he did in that match either.
Yeah.
Well, that bit where they did the old, they're doing the chicken fight pose, and they said Street Profits there, Private Party were, and then the drop kick to the top guy, and then reverse Rana followed through. Never seen that before.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
It was all good.
Every time I like Private Party, give the match 4 stars when they do the silly string.
Yay.
And yeah, SU beat Dark Order.
Midway through the match, Jericho and them appeared in the crowd because they got tickets, right? And they walked up to the skybox and they were like, what were they doing? Just being dicks, really.
It seemed that they hadn't been booked on the show, and because of that, they bought tickets so that no one could tell them to go away. So they had their own private box. But Kevin Nash hated this on Twitter.
Oh, did he?
Because Cody comes out and cuts his promo with Tony in the ring.
Not yet, but yeah.
But then, so later on, after. And then all of a sudden, Jericho's got an AEW branded microphone hooked up to the PA system in the arena. How did that happen if you just bought a ticket and technically didn't know he was going to be there? And then Kevin Nash was saying because Cody's the boss, he could have just got at the hard cam, cut his mic, it was a wireless mic. Kevin was making some good points if you think about it really, really hard.
Yeah. Wrestling isn't always the thing to think really, really hard, though, is it all?
I thought they were good points, though. It sort of took, obviously, because I'm sitting there trying to nitpick the entire thing, which is really hard anyway, because there's very few nitpicks to be made. But I was thinking along the same lines as well.
Yeah.
Little bits I'd sort of take out the moment.
I'm glad that you do it, you're citing your references. Silly that, having the mic, Kevin Nash.
But that match was good. Stu Grayson, despite having a weird name, was excellent in the match, I thought.
A weird name?
Well, a very normal name for a wrestler.
Oh.
A normal name for just any bloke on the street.
Well, he's named after Dick Grayson.
Oh, Robin. Is he?
Yeah.
Is
That's
he
why
actually?
he does the Batman.
Oh,
he
is
does
it?
the Nightfall. It's what Bane kills.
Oh, what?
Their gimmick is out of a sex club in Montreal.
What?
Montreal, sorry. On Twitter, I was looking for Evil Uno just on Twitter for some reason, and I saw you reply to someone. Someone tweeted, "What sex club are the Dark Order out of?" And he was like, reply to this last year, have you ever been to Montreal? So that's where you
Parlez-vous
go.
français?
Oh, oui, oui.
Tell all the pretty girls, the Dark Order's on the way. All American. John Moxley draws with Pac when time runs out. Tax referee, I haven't got this far when I'm watching it.
Wait a minute. Have I left out? Have I left out a bit on the notes? Have you skipped a
You
bit?
may have. Would you like to bring up something, Jack? It is your podcast.
No, you've missed point 2.
Cody and the gang attack the inner circle in a private box. They brawl into the concourse. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. So Cody's like, oh, let's settle this right now, Jericho, because he's cutting them off. They're all blowing air horns and that when he's trying to cut his promo. Cody's like, right.
Oh, good lad. Like Untitled Geese.
Yes. Cody's like, right. He takes a shot at WWE, which people do not sometimes like when he does that because it's a bit like petty or whatever. But he's like, this isn't an invisible barrier like the company me and you came from, Chris. I might just come up there now and kick your ass. And Chris calls him a millennial and entitled and all that. And then then he's like, and it's also 4-on-1. But then Cody's mates come out and even the odds 1 by 1.
2 non-millennials as well. He took that millennial comment to heart. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
It's like, I know old people.
Is DDP going to wrestle? Is that what we're getting with this?
hope
Because DDP was one of the guys who came out to be on Team Cody.
The pop for DDP was brilliant. Everyone loves him. Cody.
He's a nice man.
What's that?
Yeah.
MJF did it.
He did the.
God, I
yeah.
love that man. Ready to Rumble. What a film.
They go up to the box. All heels lock themselves in a room behind.
All the what?
Like the skybox.
All the diddlers.
All the diddlers
Oh,
lock
man.
themselves in a room like Bison when he hides himself in this thing.
Ah,
And
yes.
then
More Street
Cody's
Fighter.
like, give me a scarf. He wraps the scarf around, punches through the glass. It's so good. It's so good. And then they have just this crazy brawl. And people have started uploading fan footage of the brawl in the concourse. And it just looks so funny.
Everyone was slipping
It's
everywhere
so
because Cody grabs a bin. I think it's Cody who grabs the bin. He tries to sort of empty it and sort of get Jericho inside the bin, but everything spills out. And it wasn't a worky bin; it was a shoot bin.
Oh no, a shoot bin.
It basically like there must have been drinks or something in there. The dregs from the bottom of a cup on the floor. Ice drink, fantastic.
Cop your 2K20.
I love it how at the end of the brawl, Jericho's clearly been battered. Cody's dunked his head in ice cream and he's just there, just like, that's what you get, Cody. He's like, he's clearly lost. It's so funny.
I look forward to seeing this. And then, I was Moxley versus Pac.
Good. Yeah, it was good.
I didn't like the ending though.
Did you not?
Because they were like remaining TV time for this match, go until the end of the show. But then there was 1 minute and 4 seconds after the sort of TV time had ran out. And I was like, it would have been way more effective if like they just got to the end of the match and there was like Jim Ross, gotta go, end of TV time. Like in that minute and 4 seconds, we could have had a winner. They just robbed us of that.
Maybe.
It's a big minute and 4 seconds. It only takes a second to score a goal in football.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Anybody see AEW Dark?
Last week.
This
on
week.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, sure.
No, I didn't.
Some good matches, but it didn't matter. Taz back to commentating
good?
with Excalibur. Yeah.
Was it?
It depends on... I like Taz. I'm not just saying that because we've had our little Twitter feud. It's all good, though. Little love heart for Taz.
I think I'm the only person who hasn't at this point.
I have as well, yeah.
You're not in the biz. So, him and Excalibur is different when he has Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross next to him than when he has Taz.
It's like he's behaving in front of his grandparents.
Yeah, so with him, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like sitting next to your best mate at school. It's like,
I love him though because he's the guy who explains what the moves are called. He just
Yeah.
pulls all these random names from anywhere, and Jim Ross is like, "Oh, that's good." That.
There was a bit. There was a bit in the. Sorry, I'll let you get back to your thing. But there was a bit in the Dark Order versus SCU match. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Evil Uno hits like a flatliner type end of days type thing. He's like he goes in the pump handle and then he brings him round and hits like he falls backwards and drives the guy's face into the mat. Both Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone go, "What a counter!" because they think that he's countered it, but then he just rolls him over and like tries to pin him. And there's just silence for a little bit.
There was the Orange Cassidy bit as well. I forget the word that Excalibur used, but it was like he doesn't say much, but he used a fancy word. I can't remember what the word was.
And they both
he's also like a sloth. He's sloth-like. And Jim and Tony are like, yeah, that's really good. That he's like a sloth. It's really good. That yeah, go on, Excalibur.
But it was a really fun show. Sorry,
it's just the statement was Taz is back and he hasn't lost a step.
Oh, it's good.
Because he's still silly old Taz, but he's not quite as like, drinking at TNA Impact as he used to. Oh God, let it end. He's not. He hasn't called anyone a small foreign car yet.
Like Nigel McGuinness is sort of cut from the same cloth, and that he's an announcer who explains why people are doing things. And I missed that. I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh.
NXT.
Good show as well.
Oh,
Dynamite
God.
and NXT were both
Spoiled
really good.
rotten we are.
We've got the sexiest diddler in the world now.
Oh my God.
Why not? Let's bring it back full hog.
Yeah, but you say it like, the sexiest diddler. Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai beat the two horsewomen. That's, if you haven't watched this for a while, that's green and really effing green. Asuka and Kairi Sane appear on the ton and speak Japanese and challenge them.
Yeah.
Because they're evil now.
So we finally do get the women's tag titles in NXT, presumably.
Yeah.
Penny
Might
for
as well go on
Sasha.
NXT because they're not doing much on the main roster, so sure.
I was going to agree with you.
Oh, I
really.
just penny for Sasha and Bailey's thoughts at this time.
Yeah.
They were clearly promised that and didn't get it.
Yeah.
I forget. Sorry,
Poor
were they
bastards.
a team at one point?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I can't remember that far back, sorry. What else happened here? Oh, Grimy and Riddle. A very exciting match with Tyler Bate at ringside. Very happy. It's first time seeing Grimes wrestle properly competitive.
Right.
It's a guy like Riddle who's nearly top tier, not really.
Yeah. I like
So-
how it's just two guys whose gimmick at some point in their careers, Grimes is now and Riddle's in progress, has been flash knockouts at the start of matches.
Right.
But Riddle saw it coming. He was like, nah, mate,
Yep.
you're not getting that.
Tyler Bate went, ha ha.
And then he went,
Oh, I love you.
this one. This is the weird punch that he does.
Yeah. Bip and bop.
Bip and bop and bip and bang.
Bip
You didn't see that one coming. I love the promo with Pete Dunne stalking around backstage.
yeah.
Tyler Bates now just Pete Dunne's sidekick. It's like, he's next to him. Have you seen this yet?
No, I've not seen NXT yet.
Pete Dunne gets interviewed by, I think it was Kathy actually, in the car park, and he's dragging his case along to the building. Tyler's just next to him, like the guy who backs up the bully at school. He's like, yeah. He's like, she's like, Pete, Damian Priest beat you last week, and he's like, yeah, no, he beat me. You got the job done. And Tyler's like, hold on there, Pete. He kicked you down low. Just it's so good.
He ignores it. He goes, yeah, Killian Dane apparently is. I don't care about Killian Dane.
Yeah, he doesn't care about Killian Dane. And he goes, yeah, he does. He laughs about it. I care about Killian Dane. Oh, we batters both.
And Roddy Strong retains the title.
Oh, this
against
match was class.
Keith Lee and Dijakovic.
I like the whole story of the match. The champion's like a third the size of the other two
Right.
guys, and he has to survive.
Yeah.
And then ekes out a win. Loved it.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to watching Awesome and Tanaka can at it. I think these two just doing ridiculous things, and then Roddy Strong like retaining by that much. Like, yay! And then afterwards,
Oh,
Ciampa, Gargano, and Balor all came out. Ciampa ready to fight. Gargano teaming with his on again, off again, bit on the side. Ciampa, and then here comes Balor with shaved head. Yay! How you doing? And then Balor hits Gargano.
oh, with an
Doesn't
overhead.
join Undisputed Era, but gives him a good old Pele kick.
One of the best Pele kicks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then drop kicks him through a guardrail and knocks some trainees.
Some wrestlers over.
Some wrestlers that no one else has sat near. Whatever.
I liked it
It's
though.
silly.
Made
Yeah,
me feel
it
alright.
worked. And then Undisputed Era like, yeah, do the thing. And he's like, not yet. Like, "Aw."
I don't think he's going to join them. Do you?
Not yet.
Do you think he will eventually?
I think if he loses to Gargano, he'll be like, all right, now I'm joining you.
Imagine the merch sales then.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like there might be an uneasy alliance for a bit. I'm really looking forward to Gargano and Balor. Like, just let them go. The match will be excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be like, if he does join, Undisputed Era will be like Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. He'd be like, Balor Club, Undisputed Era. Balor Club, Undisputed Era.
I think as well that
stuff happened.
I'm excited to learn why he went specifically for Gargano. I want to learn why that happened because I think there might be a fun reason for it, but I don't know. Might
His
be like
abs.
jealous of him or he wants to be. I was the real NXT best NXT man. I don't know.
They'll be the brothers with abs.
Right. Okay.
Gimmicks. Absolutely fabulous. And also, worth mentioning, there's a tag match, 6-man tag with Breezango and Swerve, 6 other people, but it didn't matter because the important thing was that Mauro Ranallo called Beth Phoenix either Biff or Bill. And they quickly apologise. He goes, look, I'm sorry, I'll pick up the check next time we eat. And she goes, that's okay, I'll hand it back to you. So, I don't know where that came from, but it was
I
funny.
like Breezango dressed as like Top Gun pilots
Yes.
as well. They looked fantastic.
I was seeing Alvarez's
Oh,
gushing thoughts on Fandango.
what's he got to say?
He just says that Fandango is his favourite wrestler.
Oh, really?
And like just because Fandango is like an actual stripper who's pretending to be a wrestler, rather the other way around. And just go and watch. It's on YouTube. Just Brian Alvarez is in love with Fandango, and it's fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's found something that he likes.
Fandango is brilliant because during the entrance you can see the Breeze is like really acting sexy and like scummies or like but Fandango's just living it. He's just there.
It's because when Brian and Vinny went to an NXT house show and they were saying how Fandango just kept making Tyler Breeze laugh and break character just by doing outrageous stuff. Yeah, he's he is good, Fandango.
Speaking of that, someone sent me a video that went into the wire. To build hype for Hell in a Cell, Bray Wyatt won a local news station and did the weather.
I saw that, yeah.
My God. He's trying to be like, well, there's some rain here and some heat here, but a cold wind blows this Sunday. Hell, he's like,
But all
gives up and starts laughing.
All the presenter played along with like the bloody Firefly Funhouse version of Bray, which is good to see, rather than the typical local news people who just go wrestler.
The pain will reign. Forget it. So good. I think that's every bit of wrestling that matters on this show. We'll talk a lot about wrestling. Anything else? Going once, twice, 3 times a lady. All right, cool. Next segment.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the mailbag. Oh, God help us. Number 1. Hello, diddlers.
Hey,
That's a strong start. It's a strong start. I am a high school science teacher in New York, and I start every year by telling my students a little bit about myself. As I let my students ask questions, I like to mention that I'm a wrestling fan. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. During one of my classes, a student raised her hand and mentioned that her father was a wrestler. I was immediately intrigued. I won't say who he was, but let's just say his name rhymes with Commie Schemer.
All right, okay, yeah.
Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that, thank you.
Commie Schemer.
I almost thought it was Johnny Cena.
Maybe.
Like, wow,
I thought
great.
you were going to say like Valer Kozlov.
Oh, yeah.
Commie Schemer.
Ivan Koloff.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was trying to think of the old one, not Vladimir Kozlov. He was a lovely man.
When anyway TV says, we have to bring back the NWA title back to the Kremlin. Anyways, I thought it would be a great opportunity to have a parent-teacher conference in order to meet him. Oh, okay. I never did because I didn't want to mark out too hard. Plus, I wanted to maintain my professionalism since I'm still new in the education field. Okay.
Fair.
My question for you all is, if you could have a wrestler, past or present, as a teacher, who would it be and what would they teach? Thanks for all the content, guys. You're awesome and have helped me during some tough times by making me laugh and make me feel accepted as a wrestling fan. Too many students who are wrestling fans have been ostracized and made fun of, and I like to think I can help the students build their confidence as a teacher, and that's what you guys have done for me. Build my confidence and not feel ashamed for being a wrestling fan. I've been a fan since the Name Redacted days, and listening to the podcast is the highlight of my week. Keep on doing you. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Who was that?
No name.
Bollocks.
Cheers. Thanks, you nameless diddler. I'm going to bring you joy.
Did they put a name?
There'll be a name in the email, I imagine. I was in a bit of a rush this morning.
Oh, no.
Mr. Somebody.
I imagine it's one of those emails where they don't sign off from such and such. It's just you have to come.
Matt Striker's a big fan.
That was a lovely email, though.
Thank you. Sorry for not knowing your name.
We'll have to remember
the mood now.
We'll have to remember to shout them out.
It's always what's going to kill this lovely mood?
We'll have to remember to shout them out next week, definitely, because that was a lovely email. We'll have to be like, shouts out to you, Mr.
Bigglesworth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Garrison.
From New York.
Yeah. Anyway, so the question
I'm going to make a note of it to remember for next week.
Good call. If you could have a wrestler, past or present, as a teacher, who would it be and what would they teach?
Simple answer from me. Just imagine sex ed class with Big E. That's all I'm saying. Sex ed class was funny anyway. With Big E, it'll be even funnier.
Oh.
You're right!
God damn.
Sorry, 8th grade if you're American. They say grade, don't they? Anyway.
I believe they do.
I think I had it in year 6, sex ed. It sort of died out by year 8.
We had reproduction in year 6.
Reproduction?
Is that what it's called? No, sorry. Year 7 biology, where they tell you like the science.
That does it.
Well, that was the
I watched
major
classes.
But no, sex ed was... I remember the girls got taken out of a lesson once and taught about
split in half,
yeah.
We got split in half.
Oh God, Ross.
No.
The class got split in half.
It's a lesson they'd never forget. Christ of the bike. Moving on.
Bloody hell.
Moving on. Sex ed. because me and Tom have been watching SmackDown 99, and it's the episode where Mark Henry comes out and basically says, I have to admit, I have a sex addiction. And he's like, when I wake up in the morning, I think about sex. When I wake up in the afternoon, I'm thinking about sex. Even I was like, that'd be great as a sex ed. What you do? Just do it. Every hole is a goal, kids.
Oh my God.
There's a soundbite for you.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I hope this guy listens to this with his earphones in, and his earphones have come out accidentally. He's listening to the class and he had that exact line.
Mine's not a wrestler, it's a referee, but I'd like to learn maths with Mike Kyoto, obviously, of course. Okay. Because of his counting. The lessons would take like 4 hours, but it'd be great.
Also, Pac doing physics, and he goes, gravity. It's all crap. There we go. With a nice wholesome bit, we end that segment on. Question number 2. Hello, Puppet Jack. Oh, get in. Hello. You haven't said anything in ages, so say hello to the nice person. I think it's nice. There's lots of expletives deleted on this. Maybe you should... You know what? I'll not say hello just yet. Read the rest of this question. I've just rewatched the infamous Diva Surge 2004 segment, Diss the Diva. Oh, okay, this makes sense. No wonder it's all censored. Where all the contestants ripped each other apart verbally, not like in the way you're thinking of, in the most vulgar way possible, using insults, including but limited to... I'm not even going to say that. I have never heard such an insult on TV.
Well, no, that's PG.
That bit's not PG.
No, like, take the words, but PG. It's like ejaculatory...
Burping.
Blemishing.
Potential baby burping gutter person. I've never heard such an insult on TV, especially not like that. Over in Spain, we have very creative insults, varying from the funny, I hope you get something by a fish...
What? Why?
So apparently, if you translate Spanish insults to English, this is what you get. That's what I'm taking from it.
Oh, okay.
I hope you get effed by a fish.
Okay. To the very colourfully vulgar, I poo on the 4 lanterns that light the tomb of the woman of the night that bore you. Wow. So not only is she deed, but she cannot see. So my question is, which is the insult that has offended you the most during your lifetime? How long have we gone? Or if that's too personal, which is the most original insult you know of? P.S. Completely off the topic, but the way you, and basically every other native English speaker, say El Ligero, it translates to the garter belt in Spanish. El Ligero. Well, I'm not going to get it right, am I? Ligero, meaning lightweight, is pronounced more like ligero. Ligero in Spanish. I am not bothered about English-speaking pronunciation, people, speaking, whatever. But this particular, God damn it. But this particular name makes me giggle every time anyone says it. Thank you for all the great content. Miriam from Spain. I hope your real name is Miriam. I've not just said something offensive in Spanish. Okay, that's it. Okay, so most insults offended you the most during your lifetime. I mean,
I don't get offended by insults, me. Call me what you want.
Sticks and stones.
Yeah.
You say that.
I do. I'm proper sensitive, mate.
You bruise like a peach.
I do.
If you don't believe me, ask both of your arms.
I used to... Yeah, one that really does stick in the mind. I may have told it on the podcast before. I think I have, actually.
Oh, I remember the story, but go on.
I was walking home. I used to play basketball, and I was walking home from basketball training once. So I had shorts on. And I've never thought my legs were weird at all, not throughout all my life. But a car drove past with the windows rolled down, and a rather rough gentleman from inside went, "Scrawny legs!" And I was like, "Are my legs scrawny?" And since then I've realised I do have quite skinny legs, yeah.
What a horrible problem to have.
No, it's not. It's not. Obviously, it's not like the worst thing anyone could ever say to you, but it is one that highlighted something about myself that I never knew until that age, where I was probably like 13, 14. No, I might have been even older, but... and it's just sort of stuck with me quite a long time. I don't know why. But yeah, that's mine.
See, usually there'd be a thing where, and so I never skip leg day. And like, they said I had scrawny legs, and they were right.
And I just feel sad about it sometimes.
Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah.
You're really bad. I've thought about, like, if someone did that, like, scrawny leg, and then they crashed their car or something. What do you do? And you're nearby. What would you do? Would you be like, do you go help them? Do you just... do you go, help, I'm dying. Scrawny neck.
Well, I'm not going to be able to carry you to safety, am I?
Anyway, these are thoughts that go through my head. Insults I've gotten to you a lot of the time. Well, I mean, now I discovered there's a mute option on Twitter. It's a lot easier for me. But, I can't think of anything funny. I just can't think of real insults.
Do they bother you when they come from people you don't know, though? Because that's the thing with me, like YouTube comments and stuff that are negative or tweets. I'm like, I don't care. I don't know who you are.
It's not so much offended. You just despair slightly when you get a tweet and it does all right numbers, but the people who don't get it need to make sure that they don't get like Maffew. I didn't understand Matt, but there's like 1,000 tweets or so retweets. They'll be like, there's like all these people going, oh, good tweet. Maffew, I didn't understand that. I didn't play Sonic 3 as a kid. Please explain this joke. But that's not really offensive. No. Somebody did say, okay, there is one. Someone did tweet, and it was like, Maffew needs to stop trying. And that got to me. And it's clearly that I got to because I remember it months later because my thought has always been, no, you're going to keep on trying. You'll suck at something and then hopefully you'll get better at it or you'll just enjoy it more. Like this podcast, for example. But the fact like, stop trying went against everything I've ever been taught or understood.
I get that one though. You try too hard, but I'm like, wait.
I don't get that
if I don't try hard, I'll just be sat here being boring and crap.
Yeah.
I tried more because of that tweet though.
Yeah.
Because I was not gotten to at all.
I've remembered 2 offensive YouTube comments by the way about myself.
Oh God.
Now this isn't my own thoughts and they are quite nasty. So I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, go on.
One of them was like, I look like, it's gonna start off sounding ridiculously complimentary and inaccurate, but one of them was like, Jack looks like Zac Efron if something had gone wrong in the womb, which is pretty bad, right? Ooh. And the other one was, Jack was quite funny in this video. Which one's Jack? The one that looks like an aborted elf. I was like, Jesus Christ. I know. So they're both kind of pregnancy-based as well, which is awful.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Got some doctors who watch Cultaholic.
Apparently so.
Dr. Diddler.
No. Anyway, yeah, they were pretty nasty.
I don't, because when people insult me, they are, the ones you remember are pretty funny. I can't remember any
That's
of
I
them.
just
I'm
laugh
sorry,
at
pal.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good joke.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Fair play to you. I can't argue back.
Yeah. Nah, could be thinking about that. Like, what are the best insults? Anyway, sorry for the crap answer. Number 3. Hello, lads. I recently attended an NXT live event in Seattle, Washington, and was really impressed by how good the show was. Damian Priest versus Pete Dunne, Baszler versus Dakota Kai, and Undisputed Era versus Street Profits and Balor were all pay-per-view quality matches. My question is, what was the best live event any you have ever attended and why? Thanks, Colin from Federal Way, Washington.
Does this mean like house show, or does this mean just any live
best
wrestling?
live event? Well, yeah, let's say house show, whatever.
I'd say just an event you've been to.
All right.
Makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Because house shows aren't that interesting. Are they? Wait, it's obviously 5-star wrestling in Newcastle.
I think we've answered this question a bunch of times now. So how many times can we say?
I can't remember.
I swear we've said this. Like, what live event it would be?
I can't think of what I would have said though. Double or Nothing's up there.
Oh yeah, with me being at 30%. If I was a phone, it would say, "Please recharge me" from a friggin' edible.
Progress's Wembley
Ron
show.
Funches endorsed.
Progress's Wembley show was good.
Jax wants the show like this. Ross wants the show like
that. Oh, for me, Wrestle Kingdom, of course.
Oh, you were at that?
Yeah, I went to Wrestle Kingdom.
You were here. That's why you were here.
You were watching it while we were there.
That's right. I was looking for you in the crowd. Very was like, yeah, this was alright.
No, Wrestle Kingdom. The only problem was that the seats in that baseball stadium are very narrow. Oh, I was uncomfortable.
You don't fit your scrawny legs in. Best live event. You said 5-star.
I'll go 5-star. It was a hoot on it.
Oh, of course. Dub X Dub.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, again, grown men cried when Elite returned. Just saying. I mean, it's I mean, stuff you can cry out on TV. Macho Man reuniting with Elizabeth is one. But live, I've never seen like men next to me cry at a wrestling show. And if I ever have that pleasure again, get in.
If he meant WWE house shows, then there was that one where AJ Styles knocked over the security guard at the arena in Newcastle, and then she didn't realize that he'd done it, and then he gave her like a kiss on the cheek.
Yes. Were you at the one where it was Big Show versus Kane in the cage?
No.
And it was the most ramshackle crap cage you've ever seen in your life. Even at a house show, it was like, oh, man. It looked like it had Lego written on the inside of it. And they're like, oh, let's go to the top room and do stuff. And it's going, whoa, like that. And they still went for like the chokeslam off the top at a house show. And it went about 3 minutes because they're like, well, you might fall on top of us. But that was a moment.
Yeah.
If we're going to go live events, I'm going to go to the NXT one at the arena.
That was good.
Oh, so good. They never came back.
Yeah.
Bull Dempsey
just
was
to
on
see,
it.
yeah, Bull Dempsey, just to see Baron Corbin come to the head of Steam, have a nice pint. He was a very nice lad. And he did have his lifts in, so he wasn't that big.
Oh, What?
That killed wrestling a bit for me.
Was this when Samoa Joe came in dressed as a...
Just
saying, is this that time?
But again, yeah. Right. Did the Grandpa Simpson with his big hat, his big trench coat, the only Samoan guy in about 100 miles of the area, comes in, someone comes up and he goes, "Are you Samoa Joe?" He goes, "Yeah, but don't tell anybody." Everybody's looking at him. It couldn't be anybody else.
He could be from Biker, though, if you just looked at him.
Lots of Samoans and
Biker Joe.
Anyway, yeah, lots of good shows we've been to.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm still bummed about the insult one. It's going to bother me. I've been called so many wicked insults in my time, I can't think of any of them.
You must be like me then, if you can't remember them.
Yeah. But I'm going to keep on trying.
Didn't bother
And
me.
you can keep on trying as well by sending us your amazing questions. And sometimes we will remember to put your name on the things as well.
Well, next week we'll...
Maybe it's good that guy didn't have his name on it if he's, giving away secrets.
Maybe
we might put his first name on.
Yeah.
You don't know the first name of your teachers, do you?
Yeah.
Remember that when you used to find out the first name and go, ooh, he's called John?
What a weirdo. But if you have any other questions, please send them to Jack.
Mailbag at cultaholic.com.
Before we go into Reese's Pieces, can confirm that, Mustafa Ali did do that tweet.
Oh, right.
A real American, ... and Hulk Hogan. I also confirmed that I have thought of an insult. Favorite one. I knew it would take me a long time. It's been 10 minutes between takes. Picard, what's Picard's real name? Patrick Stewart does the thing where he goes back to Yorkshire and he's like trying to get back that accent that Yorkshire people have that he doesn't really have anymore. And he goes, "How do you get back into it?" And he goes to like football matches and he went to a local one that was really bad. And he spoke to, "Oh, what do you think of that?" And some Yorkshire were like, that was like drinking hot lead.
Okay.
I like that insult.
Drinking hot lead.
Like drinking hot. It only works if you say Yorkshire accent.
Yeah.
Like drinking hot lead. Okay, no pop for that whatsoever, so I'll be kept in. Reese's Pieces, the bit so good they named a secret after it. Hey team, I've got a slightly different Reese's Pieces for you this week.
Oh.
You have to pick one person of the Cultaholic family, for each of these scenarios.
Oh my god, is this like who's most likely to?
No.
Like the drinking game where you
No, it's more like scenarios. If you had
you had to pick somebody from the Cultaholic family,
right.
which is everybody, I guess.
Yeah, the extended.
Right.
We're going to include Tom. We're going to include Justin. Oh, Tom, of course we're going to include Tom. He works here full time. What am I talking about? We're going to include Justin.
Freudian slip there.
Jen.
Be stuck.
I meant you.
I know I'm here. I'm right here next to you.
I didn't mean Tom. I meant you.
You got me and Tom mixed up.
Tom, you guys often work together, don't you?
Tom is crying somewhere now.
He
has no idea
you're
why.
the North commentary team.
We are the North Country. NCL this Sunday. Who would you want to be stuck on a desert island with?
Right.
Adam Pacitti. Because he's a schemer and he'd find a way off.
It's a good
Oh,
answer,
that's
Dad.
such a good answer. Yeah.
He's a schemer and he's like Harry Redknapp.
Not a wheeler dealer.
I don't mean it like that. I'm going to say Tom Campbell.
Yeah.
Because he could make the idea of pending death sound really exciting. Oh my God, we've got nothing to eat and no flares. It's the end, me and you. Get in, Tom.
He's got a boat as well, hasn't he? Desert Island Graps.
Yeah.
Takes a boat, doesn't he?
Yes.
Never thought about that, did you?
I hate this. What do you say? A boat. Shut up. Go on.
I'm going to go for Jen because if she went missing, Twitter would band together and find her.
Good call.
Thank you.
Who do you want to go on a 5-day bender with?
All the boys.
Richard Tubman, so I could do that picture he does. No one's going to get this watching this, but he does this picture, he does this pose, like he goes everywhere. And he was telling us he just did it once and it now has to happen every picture he takes.
Oh.
So it'll take 5 pictures just in that pose.
He could probably do a 5-day bender without sleep as well.
He's Polish. He's actually Polish. His middle name's Jan.
Ricky Jan.
Casual racism.
No,
Just-
it's true. It's his real name.
I know, but like
Richard
Polish people can
Yannick
party.
He brags about
I don't know
it.
if that's a good thing or not.
No, he brags about.
I don't get involved in Twitter stuff.
Okay.
It's his real name though, Richard Yannick.
I'm not saying his name isn't Polish. I'm just saying like he can be in a bender. Yeah, he's Polish.
No, that's not what we're saying.
famous for drinking vodka.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, they're famous for, I guess.
And you go there for cheap pints, don't you?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Everyone goes to Krakow for cheap
Krakow, that's
beer
the one, yeah.
and that, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Richard went
stupid.
there
I'm
not so
sorry.
long ago.
Aye.
I'm doing a really bad job of this. Let's carry on, Joe.
I'll go for Pacitti because Pacitti, when he's had a few, right, sometimes he unlocks this like mischievous side of him.
Arsehole.
No, he's not an arsehole.
He approaches strangers and harasses. No,
No, he doesn't. Whoa.
Doesn't harass them, bothers them.
Yeah, like annoys
Just
them.
like he
bothers
trolls
strangers.
them.
There was one night out we had.
It's not true if you do it in real life.
Like there was a couple just having a nice little slow dance together. And you just went and stood right next to them like that and just like bothered them. Harass was the wrong word. I do apologise. Bothered them.
No, I'm going to say harass.
No.
No, Ross was the wrong word. Just the Pachi, I think you'd never, as long as he was up for it, you'd never have a boring night with Pachi. He'd lead you into misadventures. He's editing this, isn't he? Bollocks. Not in a bad way, Adam. Not in a bad way.
In a bad way. 5-day bender. Sam Driver. Because me and him are both basically like tennis volleys. We're like, I've got a story. No, I've got a story. I've got a story. Have you seen this film? Have you seen this film? Yeah, I like Sam. Go on. Oh, Christ. Who do you want to go on Britain's Got Talent with? Puppet Jack. Or My Lucky gets signed. Just stand
I've
there,
got an
like
answer. Shall I jump in?
Go on.
I'll choose Andrew, one of our editors, because he's quite musically gifted, is Andrew.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
He made the background for the jingle for the This Week in Wrestling.
That's him?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's my answer.
No one knows what he looks like.
Trying to think of a tactical vote here for who would go on Britain's Got Talent. What's Britain's all about? Sob stories like X Factor. Don't really watch it.
Choose the saddest
Just
one.
the saddest person here.
Yeah.
Me, I'd go on with myself.
Who would you want to team up with for an eating challenge? Could say Joe Hendry's part of the
No.
team. Oh, he was here this week promoting Ring of Honor. Oh, all right.
Is it a lot, or is it
I mean,
like
it must be if it's a
difficult
challenge.
stuff to eat? All right, okay.
Well, I was like eat a giant whatever.
I'll go with myself.
But I don't know. Can you eat a lot?
No, not really. I'm just because I'm fat.
That's too easy, isn't it?
Who can eat a lot in here?
We have not. We know that much about ourselves.
When you watch eating challenges and that, quite often isn't it a surprisingly kind of small, skinny bloke? Or is it?
Oh, in that case, Jack the Jobber.
No.
Owen.
Owen. I was going to say Owen because Owen's quite slight.
He looks too pure to be.
Yeah, he
eating
does,
challenge.
doesn't he? Yeah.
He looks like he orders salad at restaurants.
I'll go for Ben. I feel like Ben can. I once went to to the World's Buffet in the Gate with Ben, and he was putting it away quite comfortably.
Oh, okay. You heard it here first. Ben.
Yeah. Ben
It's
from
a
triple
lot.
jump. Yeah.
Oh, aye.
No, not normally. He just can't. He just has the capacity to eat a lot.
He triple jumped all the way to buffet
Oh,
line.
he did.
Who would you want to take your mum on a date?
Take me mum on a date.
Oh God. Right.
Peter Austin.
That's the best answer.
He's the least offensive, isn't he? In every
yeah,
way?
that's the best.
Owen. Yeah.
Owen.
Yeah.
Oh, they're too good. I'm going to say Fraser.
It's very. Yeah, he counts. He counts. He
because
counts.
my mum can do the mothery thing she likes doing with me with him.
All right. Yeah.
She's like
fair.
half the age and
Right.
not worn out. He'd be like, okay.
Shouts out Fraser.
Hello, Fraser. Who would you want to put on a wrestling match?
With
Yeah.
Was that an opponent?
I think that's what. Yeah, that's what it says.
who would you work well with in the squared circle, brother?
I could throw Andrew around. The big man, little man, dynamic.
see that.
Andrew's a very small man.
Yeah.
He's a very small man. I love that man. Dennis White. He's a very small man.
I'll go for Richard as the only member of the office with proper wrestling experience. Pacitti sort of, but Richard because he was a wrestler.
I'd say Pacitti because he just looks slammable. You probably
You'd
get a lot of
slam
fun
Pacitti?
slamming him.
That would be like Andre Hogan. That would be mint.
But that's the challenge.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like, you know,
I'd come off my seat for
Someone
that.
would know what. Someone would help you. You're like, no, I'm all right. Like, it's like a guy helping you do a set. You're like, no, come here. I'll have a few drinks. Like, come here, Pacitti. I've always wanted to do this. Slam on his head. Sorry, Paul.
I'm really enjoying this round. I'm liking it.
I'm like, we'll learn a lot about the team
Yeah.
here. Who would you want to shoot fight? A real fight. Like Tyson Fury, Cain
Basically,
Velasquez.
who
fight.
do you want to punch the most in the office?
Is it who do you think you could beat, or who would you just most want to hit?
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Because I mean, who do you enjoy a scrap with?
No one. So I'm just gonna have to choose who do I think I could beat. It's certainly not Richard, who's just walked past, because he's also MMA trained.
He's got a bad back at the minute, though.
Oh well then.
Oh wait.
Like, well, I have to switch the lights off. The lights off in here after we're done shooting a video on the green screen. He's like, "Can I do it so I can stretch on the floor?"
I'll go
Oh.
for
It's a sad state of affairs at the minute. I don't know if I should have
I'll-
said that on the podcast, but I have.
I'll go for
He stretches on the floor. It's amazing.
I'll go for
he stretch himself.
either Andrew or James, the Triple Jump editor, because they're both really nice, and I just don't think they'd have that inner aggression in them to really try in a fight. I've chosen a cheap answer there, but I think they're too nice.
I think Ben was a good choice actually because
he's not big boy, but he's quite tall.
But I want to see if that like resting face is his normal face, or if he's getting really hyped up, he's punching me. If he has that exact same face, or he's like grinning, or whatever.
I feel like in a fight, Ben would be so calm. He'd just snap your neck.
That
and just
would be
away.
if I'm on the floor, like, and I can still open my eyes, and he's not even his pulse hasn't even changed. Mate, I'm like, all right, fine.
Imagine him coming dressed as a vaudevillain with old-fashioned boxing gloves. Me, hello, Sonny Jim.
Yeah,
pot them up.
Plus, I'm pretty sure Ben would like to hit me in the face for real, so we can both get something out of it.
I'll go with Sam because we're married, and that's what you do, isn't it, when you're married? Smack each other about.
Cheers, you bunch of legends. Matt from Edinburgh.
Cheers, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Yes, I enjoyed that round.
Not one of us mentioned Jen.
I did. I said I'd be on a desert island with her because
you did.
People at Twitter would want to find her.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So if you have any racist pieces, you can go to
mailbag at cultaholic.com.
Yeah.
That's right.
Justin was the name you were looking for.
Oh, yeah, we didn't mention Justin.
Yeah, I have to get Justin and Jen mixed up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're right.
Justin, I would like to go on Britain's Got Talent with you because he's American. There are not many of them on Britain's Got Talent. There you go.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
Oh, God, I'm glad that podcast's so bad. It's not over.
Damn, what
you
a
didn't
podcast.
start the segment right. Start again. What a great podcast.
Wow, what a great podcast.
Is that the regular thing now? Oh, all right, sorry.
Every week, gotta
Yeah,
be.
go on.
Clap for the thing.
Nah, well, this is all staying in.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great podcast.
It certainly has
There we
been.
go. It's been a
Yeah, it
wonderful
has.
time,
It's been
yeah.
great.
Diddlers. But we've got one more bit, and it's the big, big, big question. And that big, 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 big question is, what would you book if you were a Saudi Arabian prince with loads of money for a crown jewel?
Loads of money.
Loads and loads
Tommy
and loads
the
of
Tail.
money.
You are brave.
Mate, you should watch your Apprentice.
I should. I've got
Crap.
one, by the way. I've got an answer.
Go ahead.
I'd go for the classic. It's not original. Everyone talks about it, but the classic Austin versus Punk. Don't know if it would be good. Austin says he feels good. No, he doesn't say he wants to have a match, but he says he feels good. Punk's young enough to still be able to go at a decent level. I think that the build would be great. You know, straight edge versus hard drinking Texas Rattlesnake. And I like both of them a lot. They're two of my favourite wrestlers ever. So that's my answer.
What a lovely diplomatic answer that could reasonably happen. Mine was
Oh, no.
Mine was Alan Shearer versus Michael Owen. Which is where my head's at.
Who would win? Alan Shearer.
Shearer would boot his face off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like he did to Neil Lennon. And didn't get
Nah,
booked for it.
Lennon headed his foot.
That's right.
Did he even get
It's
booked?
shocking behaviour by Lennon.
I think there was a thing where
He tried to escape through the barbershop window.
I was England captain at the time, wasn't he? He threatened to not play if they banned him or something along those lines.
And he's completely justified.
Yeah. My
Anyway,
mind, when I went to I've got a blank checkbook to try and book any wrestling match I want to. My mind went to Chris Eubank versus Velveteen Dream. Imagine that. I don't know how or why or where, but just imagine the build-up. That would be worth every penny. I love Chris Eubank, me. Out of context, Chris Eubank is one of the best Twitter accounts ever.
Chris
I've
Eubank.
seen that
What
one,
a
yeah.
delightful confectionery. Would you he's just sat there with it's off Gogglebox. He's just sat there with his son watching the telly. He's like, would you like a sweetie?
Because that was him.
What a delightful confectionery.
That was just him. He got wrestling better than wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Simply
when
the best.
when he's in his prime and he knocks someone out, and as the referee's counting him out, he just stands there just like,
Oh, and he's there. Yeah, he's there posing like this.
Ben Potter pose.
Yeah.
Ben Potter's ready
like,
for a fight.
He's got one glove on top of the other. He's just like,
Blocking the camera.
It's that back. You watched I'm a Celebrity a couple of years ago when he was on.
No.
He did the backwards run down the hill. And he's like, I can run down a hill backwards. It's a special talent. I've got to develop it over many years. And he just keeps falling. Like a
very good.
National treasure.
I need to think of a
anything
wacky
else?
one now because I went for a serious one.
Oh, me too.
Barney the dinosaur versus bloody. I can't think.
Who would Vince get him out of retirement? There's that rumor. I get sent betting odds quite a bit. I ignore them. I've got to admit because why, you know. But there's a market somewhere out there for a WrestleMania 36 matchup between Vince and Hogan.
Whoa.
That's a market that exists somewhere.
Oh, I saw that. That was a source started by H. Hogan. Yeah. Right, okay.
Would you have that match, or would you have a different opponent for Vince? Because that's already happened.
It has already happened, and nothing would beat the old load on the face.
Yeah, with that really low buy rate they did in 2003 because they had that as the one on the poster.
Really, that did a low buy rate?
Oh yeah,
Vince versus
famously
Hogan.
low.
Wow.
Some people say that's the best one.
It's a cracking.
Mania, I mean.
Oh, it's a cracking pay-per-view by all means, but
Was
it's
it
like
23?
that's right, 3 main events. But the mainest of main events is Hogan McMahon. Like, who gives a
Which Mania was it?
19.
19. Why did I say 23? Oh, 2003. Right.
The one that they did in the baseball stadium, where they sold tickets in the dugout.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see. You could see like the big logo on the side, WrestleMania. You should have been there.
Oh, I'd have to
Anyway,
include Inoki in there somewhere because I've been reading about that famous. Did you know? Right, you know January 4th, 99. Right, it's the Finger Poke of Doom. It's the Butts on Seats match with Mankind winning the belt and stuff. But also in New Japan, I was learning about
Inokiism.
About the start of it because they had that. I forgot his name, but Inoki had that judo lad who he was like his protege. And he just kicked the crap out of Hashimoto, and everyone was like, "What the hell's going on here?" So I'd have Vince versus Inoki. No way, that's a bit dangerous for Vince, isn't it? Actually, I've just seen it. I've just got an image of Inoki just slapping him clean in the face.
Vince would give as good as he got.
No, Inoki's scary.
Stop it! Crap!
Inoki's a scary man. Oh, Bischoff versus Vince versus Heyman in Triple Threat. There we go. Yeah.
Heyman versus creditors. They'll come marching like the Stampede and Lion King.
I'd like Michael Cole and Vince in a lion's den. I bet there's a lot of pent-up frustration on Michael Cole's end, and he'd go like Scrappy-Doo on him, I reckon.
Yeah.
Good on Michael Cole.
I think we're thinking of the right lines here. They're all wrestlers famous 20 years ago, which is the Saudi Arabia target audience.
That's part of the criteria.
Right.
Steve Blackman versus Luchasaurus.
Blackman versus Ken Shamrock one more time. Because Blackman spent most of his career in WF putting over Ken Shamrock.
Blackman versus who's like an infamously hard Haku in a shoot fight.
Haku versus Dragon Aizu. In a shoot fight.
In a shoot fight, obviously. Has to be a shoot
He's a
fight.
dragon?
If we get other sports people, then I've already done that.
Who's been linked down the years with Conor McGregor's the one that springs to mind, like being linked with a WWE appearance.
Chael Sonnen.
Was it Peter McNeely?
Who?
Am I getting the name right? It was Mike Tyson's first opponent after prison.
Oh, right.
Oh.
He was rumoured to be appearing in the Royal Rumble 95 or 96.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, that was it.
Is this the
that was like
is this the Russo
the
one?
early days of
The
the
WrestleMania.
Cultaholic Podcast. We brought that up when he said he. Oh my God! I'm going to tell that story again. It's been a year and a half.
It's been a while.
Russo wanted to bring O.J. Simpson suggested that O.J. Simpson come in and he wrestle, or rather the way around, wrestle. His name is Goldman, Dad Goldman.
Yeah.
And Goldman could pick one of 3 weapons, and they were on the lines of a knife,
grenade,
a gun, or a grenade.
Hand grenade.
And even funnier, when Bruce Pritchard told about that story, he got the name wrong and said O.J. Simpson was going to fight, and said the guy that O.J. Simpson allegedly possibly murdered, and he was like, "Well, they didn't do it." So, yeah, they didn't do it, Bruce, because he was dead.
Oh my God.
No, he used the knife on it. Allegedly. He did
Allegedly.
it. He did it.
He wrote that book. If I did it.
He did.
But if was
That
in
is the
tiny.
weirdest-
If was in tiny letters.
Read
in
some
the book.
descriptions about that. It is one of the biggest insights into a crazy person's head you will ever see. Because he writes to someone else, like, I was there with, I think it was like Jim. And Jim was like, don't do it. He's like, but I'm going to. It's clearly OJ arguing with himself.
Wow.
Terrifying.
We
are completely off
recently
topic.
learned as well. Oh, this is even further. That,
But OJ Simpson appearing, absolutely.
Recently learned that, what was he called, man? American football player, main event of WrestleMania 11.
Lawrence Taylor.
LT. Learned that he recently was like just off his face his entire career.
Yeah.
Like he was in crack houses and stuff.
Yeah.
It was bad times, yeah. But he's all right now.
Is he
makes
ready
that-
for one last run? The Crown Jewel.
Against Vince Russo. Crown Jewel. Yeah.
Amplify.
He was all right, him. I think he's just one of those like super freak athletes who can just do anything because he was like, for a non-wrestler, he was pretty good. Yeah. Bam Bam did really well.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
Go on, let's try this up.
Adam Pacitti locked inside Hell in a Smell. Oh no, wait there!
Oh.
You can see that happening this coming Saturday. That is tomorrow if you're watching this on Friday night when it gets published. 1 p.m. British time.
Yes.
BST, potentially. I think the clocks change on Saturday night, not Friday night, but if they do change on Friday night, it's just 1 p.m. BST
Just
whenever that
Google
happens.
UK time if you're not from the UK and it'll say you right. Yeah.
I have picked what smelly things will be inside Hell in a Smell with Adam. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's delightful. But I've also, just as, because it's a slog, if you don't know, it's Adam locked in a room, a cell, with something smelly for 24 hours. But since it's such a slog, I've bought him a present to open at the end of the stream. So it's a nice, it's a heartfelt present. So hopefully he enjoys it. I think I've picked something nice. Yeah, I've known the guy for 5 years now. I think you'll like it. So, you know, he's been through. He did the 100,000. Well, what was it? He did
100,000. Yeah,
he's been through the ringer a bit this year. So I've bought him a present.
I
did feel a bit bad screwing him like I did with this, but I am still married to Sam, so he sort of deserved it in a way.
Excellent. That's very nice.
The divorce process is long and arduous, Maffew.
Oh, no.
Long and arduous. It's horrible. But he should enjoy the present.
Oh.
End of the stream, he'll open it.
Wow, well, I can't wait for that, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to have to, because it's not on yet. But until then.
Wow, what a great podcast.
Yes, it has been. Little friend. Ross on wrestling, anything else to plug of that marvellous one you just did?
No, that plug will do for me. Thank you.
Fair enough then. Jack?
No, I'm also fine.
Cool.
Plugs, yeah.
Fantastic. NCL has a show this Sunday. You should watch it. If you can't be there live in Newcastle, what's wrong with you? Don't worry, they've got a pivot chair. Tom Campbell will be doing announcing and the quiz and then the commentating. He'll be doing a raffle. It'll be sweet. Just everything at those shows.
He does.
But from all of us here at Cultaholic, we thank you for watching and tuning in and listening to this, however you're watching it. Please, please, please to make sure to put your hands in the middle of the table. Move the Monster Energy out of the way. And then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, join us.
That was an emphatic ball tickle that time.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, you can pledge to our page